Hey guys, what's up? This is a new format that we would like to test out. This is a weekly vlog or an update just on English because we have a lot of international customers. And we will try to just show you what's happening from Monday to Friday or Saturday here at Black Team Motorbikes, what we are working on, where your bike is, where our problems are. So you really have a, I would say, a behind the scene look in our company. So if you ask us, where's my bike, what's the update, just go to YouTube every Sunday at around 6 p.m. German time, I think Central European time. There I'm gonna upload everything what happened in the week from Monday to Saturday. So every week on Sunday evening you will have a complete update about the week here. So let's go. Today is Monday. Victoria is working on customer service mails. We were on vacation in Italy, and that means we had no time for service. And we had really bad reception there, no Wi-Fi or like bad Wi-Fi, and now she has to answer all the mails, all the angry emails asking her, where's my bike, what are you doing, what is happening, I want to cancel everything. So she will handle this on English, I will do it in German. Now that we are back, we have here a lot of bikes that are ready to go. Those are our Bonfire S, and they're now all equipped with a battery. This battery arrived last week on Thursday, right before we went to Italy. Like, I think 20 to 30 batteries we shipped already on Thursday. It just takes a while. We don't get them like this. We have to unpack them, we have to check them, we have to write with them to see if they're working. Then we have to put stickers on them, put them in our system, and also put in our system which customer gets which number. So in case something breaks, we always know what kind of battery it was, where it came from, when it arrived, so we can give our supplier always feedback. Those bikes are ready. We are now just waiting for our carrier to pick them up. They are all going to Germany and I think also Netherlands and I think also France. This is a Bonfire S we use for photo shootings in Italy. This is the bike which was really dirty, which we had in one of our videos, which was all black, which had rust all over here, but we cleaned it now and the bike is like, yeah, it's now dirty again because it's raining in Germany and also in Italy it was raining, but yeah, but now it's really nice. Here's the Bonfire X for the test rides and for our certification process. This bike, yeah, is just for testing. We're using also here the prototype batteries for this bike. And those two bikes, they will go to TÜV, not today probably, but tomorrow. I just have to check two last things here. This bike was for the range test, and we had 110 kilometers with this bike. So it seems it's possible to drive even over 100 kilometers with this bike. What I also have here is a different windshield made out of steel, and also a new indicator position for the bike. Those two bikes will be used for different tests now, and then we are basically finished with the certification. Upstairs we have a Bonfire E where I have to program the Obd functionality today, and I guess this bike will also do basically all the tests that this bike is doing, and then we will get a second Bonfire E which will do like the performance test as well. So this is how we are now trying to split all the tests, like safety tests which you can fail, so make this bike as perfect as possible, and get one bike to concentrate on performance and make this bike as nice as possible, and then in the end just combine those two things and then you have the final bike. So Max put the stickers on a poster here. This is the poster that we use on our door so people know where we are, because it's really difficult to find us. So a picture is always good to show people they're on the right way. We also received finally the first 30 pieces of the footrest lower, or to lower the footrest. It's nearly perfect. It's aluminium black matte, but they forgot the thread inside here. It's an M8 thread because we're using a screw. Now we have to cut it ourselves. It's not that bad, but it's still 60 pieces that we have to cut on our own, you know. So again, nearly perfect product, but you like forcing us to spend more time to finish stuff. Max also did a really good job on preparing all the stuff here, which is going down now because it's a part of the pre-assembly. It's the alarm. We get it of different connectors, with connectors like that. They're not waterproof. Just to make sure that everything works, because this is an important part of the bike. We switched to waterproof connectors where we have high voltage. Those 3 wires here. Those 3 wires are just connected to the hub motor, and in case someone wants to steal it, the hub motor blocks. But those here are really important because here we have 96 volts, and they're waterproof. The bike is just safer and will work always. I think it's about 100 units which are like done already. Then we have here our controller boxes. More will come soon. It's a new design, which is the design that we had before was open here, so we had still some kind of water coming down here, but now we really closed everything. Here we have a huge amount of the indicator holes, and here I think it's about 50 or even more. Here we have more handlebars. They are missing the throttle. We're still waiting for the throttle to arrive. And here we have a huge amount of the rear fender. More than 50. I think this is about 50 in here. We have like 20. Also all finished. Controller for the Bonfire X are here with the screws. But we have to also crimp those here. We have one waterproof connector for the hub motor, but that's all. And all the other ones that are used in our case, because we're not using each cable here, will be also crimped to make them waterproof. I got an example here. You see those here, those 2 here, those 2 here. This is okay, this is the alarm for the hub motor. And this one here, yeah, it's fully waterproof, plus those 3 which are not used will have a blind plug here to make it really like 100% waterproof, as well as this one here. This is for the throttle, in case we will use like 2 connectors for the throttle to have like 2 signals to make sure the throttle is correctly working. But here, as of now, it's not used, so they're like, yeah, just like closed here. And then Max will now finish the LED lights. Those are for the malfunctioning of the engine. They come like this, so you can see the end is like not isolated, and we will put the crimps on them, and then in the bike they will be connected. Those here I think also like 200 or 100, as well as the controllers. This week this should be finished, and then we will continue doing more and more stuff. As you know, the tires are also finished. They're all downstairs. We have more tires here, ready to get some Bonfire S tires, as well as some Bonfire X tires that are left. And then in May we're gonna start showing our main assembly worker how the assembly process will be done here. So now I had some calls, answered some emails, and here you can see the numbers for our vehicles, SEX. And those are the ones that we're gonna do next, and I will show Max right now how it is done with the machine downstairs, because he's new here, and then he will do a few of them today. Another example of how it is to work together with suppliers. As you can see, we have the diamond grip now currently here in black, but we also have the brown one, which has the quite similar brown color to the brown seat. Now we ordered more, and I told him brown, it's the same as last time. And you can see here, it looks brown on the camera, but I can give you the comparison. In reality it's red brown. You can see it. This is the brown we need, but they sent us this red brown. This is a different brown in the seat. We could like use it on our bikes, but yeah, you would see the difference. You would see that this is more red than brown. So yeah, we have to order more, and this time the right color. Now it's 7 o'clock, Monday is finished. What we did here, it's a bit messy still, is the preparation of all the packages for the bikes. And we will now separate them in Germany, US, Europe. And we will prepare like a lot of them now, just to have this finished. So when the bike is finished, we just pack it and then put it to the bike, and then it's basically done. Then we will prepare like 100 of packets here. This is what Victoria did now. I couldn't finish my emails because there was a lot of stuff downstairs and upstairs, and also couldn't manage to get all the bikes for a carrier. So I guess this bike and another bike like this, or this one, will be shipped by myself on Saturday directly to the customer, which is right now the fastest way to get this bike to the customers because they're waiting already a long time. Okay, good morning guys. Tuesday. Today we changed our layout down here in the basement. We will now improve our way of working here, change the processes. Also here you see it's not like real clean, but I guess tomorrow it will be ready. Here we have our improved commissioning station. It's now bigger, where we can commission more things because we also have now more parts, more different parts. We have windshields now, and we have also to prepare packages if people just order some stuff, spare parts. So here we're gonna like design everything so we can grab it real quick, screws, and we will make this one here cleaner. So the full manufacturing process from zero to add will be held by those mini things here. As of now we have let's see, 9 spaces of screws inside there, but we will I think increase it to like 15 or even 20, and then there are more manufacturing steps because before that we also have some things here, but it will be too complicated. So now we're going to split it in more smaller steps to make it easier in the end. So now after preparing everything downstairs, I will now go upstairs with my laptop because I have to do the OBD for the Bonfire E. So the Bonfire E already has OBD, but it's not connected with the right cables, and I have to give it a software update, and after the software update the bike should have the complete functionalities of the final bike, so it will also be ready for the TÜV tests, for the certification tests. And normally I also have to answer some mails because yesterday I had like over 100, now I have over 90, or I had yesterday evening over 90, I guess I have again over 100 emails. But as the certification is right now really important and preparing the whole assembly just to move forward, this is the whole stuff that I do right now. But I'm trying to answer as many mails as possible because Victoria's today sick, she's not here, she doesn't feel well. Yeah, but let's see how much I'm gonna achieve today. Max started at the end of the day the preparation of the Bonfire X displays. They're a little bit different than the normal displays. So you don't have the ignition here, you have the engine malfunction light down here, and you have the keyless go. Then we have a sticker here, which is, it's important because it's a high voltage part now, and because of the high voltage part, this part is also grounded. It's a grounded wire which will be connected to the vehicle, so in any case you touch this thing here, a screw, and you will not get an electric shock because it's grounded to the frame. And of course the orange cable, so every cable which is outside has to be orange. Inside the bike it's okay, it can stay black, but everything you see outside of the bike is orange. So this is what he started today. We don't have so many displays left as of now. I think we have like 30 or 40 in total for the Bonfire X right now, but we will get the new shipment I guess next week. And it's also something that I have to do if you ship something from let's say China to here. First you will have to get all the right documents. You have to make sure that the documents are correct, so you always have to write with the suppliers if they can send you everything. Then you have to check for carriers, check for the best prices. Then when you have the carriers, also some kind of how you call it, importing work, so you have to write down the right HTS numbers, I think they're in English, so the customs know how much duty they have to charge on the parts that you import. And since we will get, I think 3 or 4 shipments in total in the next few weeks, I also had to make sure today that everything is correct there and give them all the information that they need. I think we will receive some more parts for the brakes, for the Bonfire X brakes, the last missing parts. And we will also get new tank colors, I think in 2 weeks. We will have 3 more tank colors. They will also soon arrive. And the displays, correct, the displays as well. So this is also something that I made sure today that everything is on track there, nothing is delayed, and all documents are correct. Then I also had some time to do the OBD for the Bonfire E. The OBD is not 100% finished yet. This is where we do the configuration. The last thing somehow did not work. It's like the saving of the VIN number and the software number on the bike somehow did not work. I will check tomorrow what's the reason, but I can show you now how it works. Turn it on, it lights up orange, and now it's off because we don't have any error. And here's always starting the bike. If I would like do an arrow now, this would light up orange, and in the Bonfire E and X, this thing will stay orange for the next 3 rounds. And if in the next 3 rounds the error does not occur again, the orange light here will turn off. So don't worry if you start your bike and it still is orange. You can turn it off and on again, and then after 3 times and there's no error, this thing here will go off, so no worries. Max also did this thing here. It's the front fender. As you can see, it's also nice and well protected here. I think he made like 50 of them today. There's also something for the Bonfire X, and it's not here today, but we also received the, as you know, the lower footrest, and we already cut the M8 thread in them, so they are also ready to go. Everything here. I guess that's all for today. That's the most important stuff. Tomorrow we're gonna have some test rides, Thursday again, and Friday again test rides. So 3 days test rides, because we canceled the last 2 weeks because there was holiday and we haven't been here. So now a lot of people are waiting to get the bike to test it before they buy it. So there will be some test rides the next few days. And tomorrow I will bring the Bonfire E and the Bonfire X to the TÜV, and they will start making the next test. So here we are also on track, looks good. And then on Saturday, now I guess with 100% certainty, I will go to Frankfurt and Cologne. I will deliver a few bikes so the customers get them before May, on the last day of April. So see you again tomorrow, Wednesday. So yesterday we could not save the VIN and the software number. Now it seems to work. We have a software update, and now with the next tool I'm going to check everything. So this tool is something like an Obd Scan Tool. I'm not sure, here it is. This is something that you just connect with your cable on the Obd port here, and then you can read out all the data. So now let's see what we have down here. So you can see here we got the VIN. It's okay. Obd, no DTCs. This means there are no trouble codes, so everything seems to be fine. We have here engine coolant temperature 20 degrees. We don't have a coolant, but as I said, and some updates before that, the Obd tool is basically, or was like invented for the emissions of the combustion engine vehicles. So you have a lot of combustion engine typography, and there's no engine temperature because we just have an engine temperature. We have also, I think, engine oil. Let me see, monitoring what we have. Yeah, engine oil temperature. In our case, I think this is the hub motor temperature and this is the controller temperature. So you see, it doesn't make sense, but we have like a small paper where we describe everything, so which one is used for something else. Let me check here if you can see the live data. So you have engine RPM. Let me check if I use it. Is it moving? Yeah, you can see it's moving a little bit. Of course, we don't have 1600 RPM. I think we have maximum like 500 here right now. So you can see the live data. You have engine RPM, times and start, our voltage, and which is also important is the, you can also show it here, is the throttle position. Let me see if you can export it here. Oh yeah, here you see Windows, a lot of ad blockers and stuff, love it. And here you can see how I move the throttle. If it's here within the data, within the safety measure. Diagnostics, you can see here, no DT, no trouble code. But if you go to freeze frame, this is where all the trouble codes are saved. So I disconnected, for example, the engine, and then it says last time when you had a problem here, it says the engine coolant temperature, because if you disconnect the engine, it cannot see the temperature of the engine anymore. So the controller thinks there's a problem in temperature, and then it saves some data, like what was happening in all the other sensors when this error happens. So you can, if an error happens, the service station can always check, okay, we had engine RPM 0 at this moment, and this was at this time. So it just helps with the service, because if you see that one trouble code always happens at the same engine RPM, for example, you know probably there's something causing this problem. Yeah, but that's a lot of explanation from my side. Bonfire E now 100% ready. It will be used only for free tests, because all the other tests that are like there, it's the same test for the Bonfire X and Bonfire S, so we don't have to do them like a third time. And some of them we are doing just for a second time, just for safety. But yeah, this is the first 3 tests that we're gonna do. After those 3 tests, there are 3 other tests, or I think 4. So then 50% is done. And this one should be a little bit later ready than the Bonfire X, but it's not much anymore left. So now we'll just clean this thing here up. We'll also build 4 other bikes. 1 bike is still downstairs. And then I think this will finish the week. Today I will also bring the bike to TÜV, the 3 bikes to TÜV. This is the last bike, which goes over there to TÜV. As you can see, we have really good protection for the mirrors here. Thursday morning, so yesterday I could not finish everything that I wanted to do, especially building the bikes upstairs, but I finished all the parts. We built some new parts for the bike, especially for the brake hoses, the brake cables, to connect them in a better way so they don't move around and make noises. So the bike is pretty silent, so you hear everything. And right now the only noise you hear often is the front brake cable hose, and makes noises when it moves around. So we will have a new hold for that, and we're gonna test it maybe next or in 2 weeks. Now today I'm back in the office, and right now I will finish all the service emails that we have left, like 40 emails. Then I will order some new parts from suppliers, very small parts like the bearings for the handlebar. We will also order the triple clamp. This is where you mount the front suspension, because we have found a new supplier, a better supplier. After that is finished, we will do a video. We will post a more professional video in May. That's why we have to do some more video content. We already have some from Italy and from April, but now we're gonna do a lot of interviews and talking and stuff, and this is how we're gonna spend now the whole morning and midday. And then hopefully I will start building the bikes, maybe hopefully finishing all the bikes, and then we got some new stuff to do on Friday. So next I'm gonna prepare some packages here real quick, because we have 2 customers that cannot ride with their bike, and we found out the problem is the fuse. We have some fuses in the wiring harness, and both were like, yeah, one exploded nearly and one was just broken. So we kind of have to find out why this happens. It's not so much, but there has to be a reason. And then now we're gonna send a new one. It should arrive tomorrow, because it's with small packages. And one of them needs a new DC-DC converter, because it also is not working anymore. But this is quickly swapped and then plug and play. So we will not do the video today. We prepared everything, the whole station, but it's now nearly 2 o'clock, and someone came over for a test ride, because he really wanted to come over on Thursday. The video will be tomorrow morning, because I have to build the motorcycles now, because I'm also really late again with this. So today I hope I finish the 4 motorcycles, tomorrow then the video, and then let's see what else we have to do. Outside again, another test ride. I hope this one's gonna be faster. So I guess I have to get a new worker just for doing test rides here, because it's getting out of hand. As you can see, we finished nearly the whole bikes. I guess it's like 3 hours maybe left. Here and here is just the configuration and the electronics connection. Those two are working, electronics are finished. It's side cover and tank and seat, and then doing the brakes, and maybe if they have off-road protection. But yeah, it's just too much work. I couldn't finish it today because normally it's 3 hours per bike or like 2 hours, and you can calculate it. It's at least 8 hours normally, and it's a normal working day. And I had to work until 2 with different things, and I had also 2 customers for test rides. Yeah, this is the as much as I could do. Then tomorrow finish those 2 here. They're really important because on Friday the customer will come over and grab them, and then doing the video and the test rides then in the evening. See you tomorrow. Good morning, it's Friday morning and I'm doing some work at home, service mails especially. I hope I'm gonna finish everything here at home, so when I go to work I can immediately start finishing the last 2 bikes, and then we're gonna do our video, and looking forward to it. So just got the car and now someone's parking on our parking lot. There's nowhere else I can park. It's really strict here, so we called him now and I guess he will move away now. So yeah, this is like wasted time in the morning, man. Shit. Parked outside now, just wasting my time waiting. You know what? Now he came. Parked on a different spot. 1 hour of my time wasted, really. Love it, really love it. Bikes are ready, let's go. Video is finished. Let's see next week if it was good or bad, and then we can next week improve it. Now next step, cutting, editing the video and preparing those bikes for delivery tomorrow. Okay, now the commissioning is bigger and better than ever. We moved from like, I don't know, like 9 spaces now to that many spaces, and we have now more screws than ever prepared. And also more parts here, so that the assembly process, which gonna start here, already has all the screws that you need. Also here I improved it a little bit, but there will be more felt soon. Customers already there for a test ride, a little bit too early, about an hour. Yeah, but now I have to go upstairs. And the video is finished. And now I have to also pack the car with the bikes. And this is where we're going to start on Monday with Dan, our new assembly worker. 3 of them are already prepared by myself. And here those 3 we're going to start. And then we're going to go forward with 6. And next 2 weeks I'm going to show him how to build all those bikes. But with this tool here what we have, it's a lot easier because you got all the screws in which step you need them. And I will also create, while we're gonna do this, a manual with pictures and stuff. And then the whole assembly process is perfect. Also here we have a split between already Bonfire S and E and Bonfire X. I know it's quite simple, but it works with different cables, different displays, and also here a normal lock, and here the, how you call it, keyless go. Yep. 7:30, test rides are finished. Test ride bikes go back into the office. 3 bikes are already in the transporter. I will get the other last bike, put it in the transporter or in a truck, and then we're gonna eat something, and then we drive the first bike to the first customer, and then yeah, back home. So we arrived at home yesterday at around midnight. Today we started at 7-8 o'clock. Now 1 customer already has the bike, 2 customers already have the bike. Now we are bringing 1 bike over to family and friends. This will be the new test ride location for Cologne. And then we're gonna do it the last customer for today.